Hi, this is part 2 of my series on expectations. I'm Rochelle Fry, licensed professional counselor, and today we are talking about expectations related to self. Those are expectations that we have placed on ourselves or that other people have placed on us, and we have somehow internalized those expectations. So my plan is I have written down 5 unrealistic expectations that are common, and then I'm going to touch on a more nuanced view that is healthy, functional, and helpful, that we can replace those unrealistic expectations. Now, these are going to take a little bit of work. If you find one that you resonate with, try to write it down and just kind of consciously remind yourself to think about, because these do often operate in the background, not necessarily on a conscious level. So you will see me reading a little bit off the paper because I've written some of these down. So number 1, unrealistic expectation is, if I can't do it perfectly, I shouldn't do it at all, also known as perfectionism. This one is definitely common and can be really frustrating. The adaptive view would be, I won't be perfect, but I can make progress. Number 2, unrealistic expectation. I shouldn't need help. I should be able to handle this on my own. Okay, so what are we going to replace that thought with? I can ask for help when I need it. It's okay to ask for help. And a lot of times further isolation can exacerbate depression and anxiety. So trying to handle things on your own when you're overwhelmed is generally not helpful. Number 3, I should always be productive. That opens a big can of worms. I call productivity as self-worth. A lot of people feel unworthy if they're not being productive, or they struggle with resting or taking a rest because they're not getting anything done, or because the to-do list is 80 miles long. So if you're thinking, I should always be productive, or you have that thought in the back of your mind, something more adaptive will be, I have unmotivated days, and that's normal. And sometimes it's okay to just take a rest and not have to do anything. Number 4, unrealistic expectation is, others seem to be managing better than I am, so I must be doing something wrong. This one is really damaging because it gets into comparing and it deals with self-worth. The more adaptive view is going to be, I'm doing the best I can with the tools I have right now. And that's also a good view to take about other people as well. That sometimes people are just doing the best they can. They're not necessarily, doing something to spite you. Sometimes people just don't have the capacity. And sometimes we don't have the capacity to do what we expect of ourselves. And lastly, number 5, if I just try harder, I can control everything. We know control is an illusion, right? But there's a lot of energy and effort that goes into trying to control things. So a more adaptive approach when you're find yourself trying to control things, people, circumstances, is, I am not responsible for things outside of my control. A big piece of healthy thinking includes identifying what you can control and what you can't control, and then focusing on what you can control. Okay, that's the end of part 2, and I hope to see you for part 3. Thank you.